On this day, you should not rest. You will have to fix up the target and work towards the goal. Definitely, you will attain the goal. Best of luck for a bright future to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We request our former medicine HOD, Dr. Ashok Philip Ummin, who has taken a lot of effort to attend our ceremony, to give the felicitation speech.
Mr. Chairman, Dr. Marthandapillai, Dr. Sujadin, directors, ladies and gentlemen, I can't say what a great honor it is for me to be back here in Azeezia. This was the last batch of students who were my students. And I longed to be here for their graduation, to see all of them graduate and become doctors. You've made my dream come true. Thank you very much indeed. The chairman and Professor Marthandapillai have given you plenty of advice. I'd like to just share a few thoughts with you that you would carry back when you go back home. You have entered a very noble profession. You and I are one of the few privileged in this country. 80% of our people live in poverty. There are many in this land who cannot afford even a single meal a day. And when you graduate as doctors, you must remember that your responsibility is towards your fellow man. I think this has been very clearly stated by those others. You must remember that you are not graduates, and I think all of you know the kind of life I lived, the kind of practice I did. You are not here to make money or name. Money, name, fame will follow you wherever you are. I just want to, my mind goes back to when I became a doctor almost 50 years ago, 45 years ago. When on the graduation day in Vellore, the principal of the medical college, Dr. Fenn, introduced the chief guest of the day, who was a neurosurgeon from Montreal, Dr. Earl Walker. And Earl Walker told us three things which I would like to put before you. The three hallmarks of a doctor. The first is availability. The doctor has to be available at all times. I often say that there are two things that you should be ready to do. One is to deliver speeches at any time. The other is to deliver babies at any time. You should be available at all times. The second thing is that your ability, your skills as a doctor must increase day by day. Your greatest desire as doctors should be to be good doctors. If any of you were to become surgeons and Dr. P.P. Nair needed his appendix to be taken out, he should say, well, I will call on my student to take out my appendix. You should be that skillful. The third thing is you should always be affable. Always have a smile on your face. It doesn't cost anything, but always have a smile for your patient and for your fellow man. There's a verse in the Bible which I was reading today. It says, speak evil of no man. Don't say anything wrong about your fellow man. Don't say anything wrong about your fellow man. because you are equally guilty of the crime that he commits. I have to stop here. Once again, I want to thank the graduates. I want to thank Akhil for taking the time and the trouble to invite me over. My wife and I are here. We've had an enjoyable day. I want to congratulate the chairman for what he is doing here. And let me close by saying my best wishes and prayers are for this institution and for all its graduates and all who work here. May God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Now it is the opportunity for the graduates to express their feelings. Representing the male graduates, I invite Dr. Rohit Pillai to speak a few words.
Alfred Lord Tennyson ended his poem, Ulysses, with the line, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. Indeed, we have done so. We are graduating today. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, respected chairman, sir, chief guest, directors, principal, vice principal, other dignitaries on the dais, parents, my beloved teachers, and most of all, the graduates of the class 2009. It is indeed an honor to address you all on the evening. It seems like only yesterday that when we first stepped foot on the campus of Azeezia Medical College, the first day of our college, the first class, anatomy dissection hall, the only thing I remember was the next day, because the first day itself I had fainted. Through all the drama, the exams, the seminars, the projects, we have made it through the class of 2009. Parents are smarter than they appear. Graduating from medical school is pretty much like earning a kindergarten diploma, because this is the only step along the way. No one's holding you back, nor your friends, nor your teachers, or your parents. You are the only one who can limit yourself. Don't do that. The plethora of achievements of this class would not have been possible without the help, guidance, and support of our parents, teachers, and the overall management of this college. We extend our heartfelt great gratitude to our beloved chairman, directors, and all the dignitaries from the management side. To our beloved teachers, you gave us inspiration to strive for perfection. You have instilled in us the confidence we needed to reach our dreams. You are our examples to follow. You are our legends. To our parents we say, our success is your success, for you have given the courage to dare and the belief that we can succeed. You have been with us through thick and thin, and most ultimately, you've had faith when we doubted ourselves. For all of these, we, the class of 2009, thank every single one of you. We also extend our warm gratitude to all the non-teaching staff, the nursing staff who gave us tremendous support, love, and care throughout our medical life. One last word to my fellow graduates. We may face many uncertainties in both immediate and distant future. However, uncertainty is another word for opportunity. As Hippocrates stated, wherever the art of medicine is loved, there is also love for humanity. I'm sure that all of us are truly connected through this quote. Our choice of medicine wasn't an accident, and medicine is nothing without the love of humanity. Today, we are gaining a new profession, a profession as doctors. From now on, it will be a central part of who we are, and over time, the most important part of our lives. We must be tomorrow's positive images. Our action must make a statement. Class of 2009, it's all up to you to make a difference. The society is counting on you. Excellence is never an accident. It's the results of hard work and pure dedication. Go forward, work hard, and attain excellence. The kind of excellence that will make your dreams a reality. Life may be full of enough of sobering and tragic moments. Don't forget to exercise your sense of humor. You are going to need it. Listen to Winston Churchill. You cannot deal with the most serious things in the world unless you also understand the most amusing. So keep up the fun and let's never stop learning, and let's all pledge to be good citizens, good professionals. Let's use our knowledge and skills to give the society the best. Let's respect every soul and treat them with their utmost dignity. Above all, let's all be good humans. The most tragic moment of today and the ending of our medical MBBS life will be this batch, the unity. I have no idea whether what is our future of all the graduates, but wherever we are, we all will be one. Above all, let's all be good human beings. Congratulations, happy graduation, and best of luck to the Azeezia Medical College class of 2009 batch. Thank you, Azeezia. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Rohit. Representing the female graduates, I request Dr. Priya Susan Jacob to come forward to express her feelings.
First of all, I've been given the privilege to be standing right in front of you on behalf not only about the female graduates, but on behalf of the whole batch, to express the happiness we feel in our hearts today. They say people only remember the first and forget the rest. But I believe these 5 years have been a journey, and we will take many memories with us. We do not need an award or a medal just to prove that we have something special in us. To all my batchmates, you guys have been great all the 5 years. All of us are blessed with talents which are worth congratulating. And that is what is this day all about. How many times have we imagined this day from the day we first stepped into the Azeezia Medical College? Honestly speaking, I have framed this situation in my mind many years ago. And it is my privilege to be here to represent this great batch of students, of 100 students, my batchmates, and I'm proudly presenting these people in front of you. Infamely called the Archeons, we have stood together in all the situations we have faced in this college, right from the cultural activities, to being there for our teachers, to being there for our patients, to being there for each other. 3 to 5 years. My dear batchmates, let me remind you how hard it was for us to finally get this degree in our hand and to repeat the respected Hippocratic oath. Now that we have passed the challenges of the medical school, it's time for us to move on to a bigger fight. The lessons that we have learned from our respected teachers of each department. I cannot mention one department in particular because all the departments of Azeezia Medical Hospital, College and Hospital have played a very, very important role in our lives. All the teachers who have left us for better prospects, we remember them today. All our teachers who are right here in front of us, who have molded us in these 5 to 6 years to become what we are today. Without you, our teachers, we would be nowhere. And we completely and humbly bow down as a batch before you for all the great things that you have done and will be doing for us even in the future. I would fail in the honor that was given to me if I do not thank our beloved chairman, our dear directors, our dear principal, and our vice principal. This day, sir, has been a dream for us, and you have helped us be here. When we first talked about our convocation ceremony, we thought it would be a difficult project. But our director and our chairman, especially my grateful thanks goes to Dr. Hashim Aziz, who is available at all times to be there for us as a support and as a pillar. He was always there for us at any time. Our dear principal, Dr. Sujadan sir, was also our HOD and professor of forensic medicine. A symbol of humility is what he is all about. And I humbly bow down in front of you, sir, for all the great things that you have done for us and for this grateful institution. We are missing three people here. We are missing our lady chairman, who has always been a support for us. Dr. Anas sir and Dr. Hassan sir, who's not here. We had also invited Dr. Munir sir, the Honorable Minister for Panchayats and Social Welfare. Due to the political turmoil, he couldn't make it here with us. We would thank our chief guest, Dr. Matanda Pillai sir. I had personally gone with the team to invite sir, and as he mentioned in his speech, nothing what he said is not untrue. We saw the respect that he gave us, to us interns, how the way he treated us, and the way he immediately accepted to join us this day. We thank you so much, sir, for giving us all the good things, and thank you for being here, sir. I'm done with the management and our teachers. But again, I'd be failing in my privilege if I do not thank each and every parent who is sitting here. The dream of each parent, every parent here. The proud smile on their faces to see their children up here as future doctors. It gives me immense pleasure. It gives me immense pleasure to see you all here, to see all the parents. I remember seeing all these parents on the first day when I walked into the campus with a lot of hopes. And today, your hopes and dreams have been fulfilled by your children. And it's definitely, all of the parents must be definitely proud to have children like these. And I would definitely want to thank our non-teaching staff, our wardens, who took care of all the girls in the girls' hostel and the boys in the boys' hostel for the past 6 years. In spite of all the naughty things that we have done, you have taken the time as well as sympathy to apologize, to accept our apologies, and whenever we committed mistakes. We thank you, ma'am, our warden ma'am, and the boys' hostel warden, and all the security staff who have taken care of us for the past 6 years. I would also like to thank my juniors. My juniors of the B3, the B4, B5, B6 and the B7 batch, who have stood with us day and night for this program, or for any program. They've always been there with us. One word and it will be done by the juniors. That's the respect that they have given us, and that's the love that we are giving you. Thank you so much, juniors, all the batches. Thank you so much for being with us. I would also like to thank one person. When I look up to the skies and see that almighty power who gave us the health, the presence of mind to take up this profession and be here, the almighty God, without whom nothing of this would have been here, would have been brought into play. I thank the Almighty for giving us such wonderful teachers, for giving us such wonderful parents, and for giving us such a wonderful management. Last but not the least, I would like to conclude by requesting all my graduate students, my fellow batchmates, to please stand up and give a standing ovation for our parents, for our teachers, and the management. I request all of us to stand up. And I also request to give them all a standing ovation. They definitely deserve it. Thank you so much, you all. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be here and to express my feelings. It brings me tears to my eyes when I see my fellow batchmates here. There have been small clashes, there have been fights, but it all comes back to being one batch, to being united with the bonds. And it brings me tears to my eyes. And it's really saddening that I'm going to be missing all of these people when I walk away from this campus. Everything you all have done for me and we have all done for each other. I would express my gratitude to my batchmates, my fellow doctors, and I expect them that we all will be united forever as the Archeons, as the 2009 batch of Azeezia Medical College and Hospital. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Ashkar M., CRRI Coordinator, Department of Respiratory Medicine, to give the vote of thanks.
Respected Chief Guest, Padma Shri Marthanda Milla sir, our Chairman, Shri Abdul Aziz, our respected directors, Principal, Vice Principal, senior professors, teachers, my colleagues, students, parents, and last but not least, the graduates. Now, I've been entrusted with the duty of delivering the vote of thanks. But before that, when I was making here, I just jotted down a few things that I wanted to deliver, mainly to the graduates. So with your permission, I'll just take 1 or 2 minutes to deliver those. Now, at the beginning, let me just say how incredibly honored I was to be your CRRA coordinator for a year and to be in charge of you guys for a year. It has been an educational experience for me as well, getting to meet you people, to know your ins and outs. We have had a lot of good moments, but I'm sure we have had equal amounts of bad moments as well, which is all a learning part of the learning curve during your internship. So with that, I think I've conducted myself respectfully to you, and I'm really happy to have been your CRRA coordinator for the past year. Now, the second thing I've jotted down is, you'll probably remember the first thing I told you when you came in for internship. It's the end of your student life, and it's the beginning of your doctor life. One of the good things giving speeches in these kind of venues is I can probably repeat that same line here. It's the end of your training, and your beginning life as independent practitioners and doctors. So again, it's the end of one life and the beginning of a new life. And the third thing I've jotted down is, I'm probably the youngest person to talk here. So my convocation is the freshest in my mind. I remember the excitement, I remember the gladness, which soon gave way to uncertainty of what was going to happen next, which I'm sure you'll start feeling in a week's time. And then finally, there is a lot of struggle, and finally you realize what your goals are. Doing your goals, you will realize what you want to be in your life. And then hopefully you will achieve those goals. So I'm just sharing a memory with you. I remember all the stages that you guys go through. Now, one thing that is always forgotten is, whatever you're learning, whatever you have gained, whatever you have learned during the 5 or 6 years here, whatever you have practiced, is the result of lots of sacrifices put in over centuries by lots of doctors, lots of patients, gaining knowledge, improving the scientific field, and now you have been thrust into that scientific field. I hope you will show sincerity in your profession to push the profession forward, not just use it as a career. Of course it is a career, of course you want to do well in your career, but also push the bleeding edge of the scientific aspects, the bleeding edge of your science. I would like you to participate in pushing the science and the knowledge forward. And please remember, as Sir Isaac Newton said, you're standing on the shoulder of giants. And that means thousands, millions of people have sacrificed a lot to give you the knowledge that has been distilled in your books. So I hope you respect that, the pain and sacrifices that it took to get you that knowledge. Now, another thing, another memory that everyone is worried about their future. Lots of people talk here about future. But one thing that always is forgotten is please make sure that you are the person in control of your future. Okay, I've seen lots of people just getting a rank and taking a PG and going into a profession, and they remain unhappy throughout their life. Okay, the thing I tell you, during a treat in medicine, they were ending their posting. I think Omen sir was asking everyone, what do you want to become? What do